Hi, so today we're going to have a look at how we can do some propagation of our shrubs in the garden. We're all stuck inside, the weather's been good, and it's a good time to take some cuttings of shrubs and plants which are just in the garden. This time of the year the plants are really growing fast, meaning that their young growth is absolutely cram-packed full of their natural rooting hormones. So it's a really good time, an easy time to bulk up your stock of plants. All you need is some pots. I've run out of compost, but what I've got is some compost where some young seedlings have been frosted. So that compost is okay to be reused, and we really just got to use what we've got at the moment. So the first plant we're going to have a look at is a Photinia, and we're going to take a cutting from the Photinia, and we want really young, soft material. There's two times of the year that we can do this, in the spring and in the autumn. And Photinias are not the easiest thing to root, but if you get a piece of material, and you always want material where you can't see where you've taken it from. So we're going to go towards the back and look for some soft young material, something like this. And if we look close, we've got nodes at the top, that's the point where the leaf joins on, and nodes going down where we've got these dormant buds. General rule of thumb, we want a cutting which is about the size of the palm of the hand, and we're going to make a cut just below one of those nodes. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves on there, so we can reduce that a little bit. The less leaves, the less moisture can be lost. If we are going to be rooting these under quite amateur conditions, then we could reduce the leaves, and I would always, rather than cut it, rip the leaves, and then it rips along the natural line of the cells. If you were to do this with us at Hadlow College, where we do RHS courses, we would be using professional propagation facilities to help you to progress on into the industry. So that's one cutting, really simple, dead easy. What we've got over here is a Verbena bonariensis, and really this really is a plant which just wants to root. It's so easy. So we're going to take one of these young sections and we're going to cut just above the node there, and we're going to make a cut just below this node here. Remove those leaves. That's a tiny little cutting, much smaller than that one, but it's really soft material, full of natural hormones, walks in and it will root so quickly. So what we'll do now is fill up our pots. Excuse me, floss. So this is recycled material, and the dogs really do like to help with this. We want a compost which is as open as possible. There we go, off with the pots. And if you've got some perlite, mix 40 to 50% perlite with this, give it a good mix, and it will open it up and improve the drainage. I haven't got any, so we'll see how we get on. And we'll insert the cuttings on the outside of the pot and push it down to just below the lowest leaves. So we've got one in there, a Verbena. We'll push in. Oh, we need a little stick or something for that. Use a knife. Make a little hole. Dogs are having fun with the pots, and push that in. And normally we would say don't mix plants in one pot, but for this, a little bit of fun, increase our plant stock, it'll be absolutely fine. And we've got room for one more cutting in there. Here in the garden we've got a dianthus, and there'll be loads of material on here at this time of the year. You want material which is not flowering, young juvenile material. Remove that. Again, roughly the size of the palm of the hand, where the leaves join on is a node, and we're going to make a cut just below that point there. Remove that leaf, and again that will be able to poke into there. When the lockdown has lifted, you can come down to Hadlow College and you can have a look around our gardens, which are open to the public, and you'll see lots of these plants growing, and then you can go to the garden centre and hopefully purchase these and have a cup of tea. Next thing we need to do is we need to give these plants the best possible chance of growing. If we think about it, it was grown on its own roots, taking up water, etc. We've now got to give it everything it can possibly have. If you've got a greenhouse, put it in a greenhouse, ideally with a little bit of shade. If you haven't got a greenhouse, on a windowsill, put a plastic bag over it, or I've got somewhere a little plastic tub, and it can go on the windowsill like that, and then that will help to keep high humidity around it. Low volume of air equals high humidity, helps to conserve the moisture. Once a day I will take that off, 10-15 minutes, check that it's not too dry, a little bit of water, and all things being equal, I would expect the verbena and dianthus to have rooted in probably about 7 to 10 days. The photinia will continue in this pot, so we'll be able to carefully take those out, pot them on, and leave the photinia to grow. And remember, never stop growing.